Okay. Gosh. Hello, everyone. I am not sick anymore for the most part. I don't have COVID anymore. Yay. That's a start. I'm not very organized right now. I am so sorry. We'll put you. I need to organize my desk again. That I need still. Okay, I'll go put my Book of Shadows down because those are not important right now. I need to put them somewhere respectful. There we go. Now let's get some of my I have a lot of books. I'll save that right now. Oh my God. Hey, Shani. I know that's not probably your real name, but hello. I'm sorry for taking so long to get stuff together, but if you just give me one more minute, I'm just grabbing a few of my last books because I clicked start before grabbing all the books. So, one second. This one. I think there's one more book. Oh, thank you. I'm in love with it. I have my little Viking braid going on right now. It's cute. So, 1 second. I have one more book that I have to go grab. Okay. Oh, no. It almost came. Okay, so I guess I'll put this to the side so I don't damage it because it's a really nice sleeve. Okay. Now, I feel like the websites are pretty. I'm feeling better. Like, still have some energy problems. I have a fucking mysterious cat in the background. Yeah, COVID is a lot better. It sucked the first few days. Like, I know I streamed pretty much every day of my quarantine, but that was honestly the only thing keeping me sane. I was dying. Like, I couldn't breathe. I 24/7 had some type of vapor rub on me. Like, I was miserable. And I cannot. But, it's better now, obviously, as you can tell. I don't look like I'm dying. That might be because I put on makeup, but whatever. But also, I do have good news before we start the, content of the video. It's not even all of them. I'm going to try and make it quick whenever I go through these so you can just get them. But basically, today, after I'm done streaming, I am going to the bank, because I'm taking money out, a good chunk out, because we are signing our lease for our apartment. I keep saying apartment because it's rented, but it's a house. It's part of a duplex. But we're moving in December, and today we sign our 2-year lease, and I am so excited to get the fuck out of this place. But anyways, okay, on to the good shit. Now, can you guys still see me if I go on to another tab? Oh, thank you. I will try to have good luck with the move. I have a surgery literally exactly 1 month before it. So we're going to see how that goes. But all of you can't see me? Okay, sweet. So the first website that I have, all the websites are in the description of this live stream. The first one is an article. It's titled "Big Power in a Little Symbol: How to Create Sigils." This is a good thank you, Shani. But this is a good article, honestly, in my opinion, to help with your journey of how do I create a sigil? Because okay, you know what? I'm gonna need my book of shadows anyways. We'll use the OG. She's the OG. She's the one that has been with me since I literally started. So I'm gonna open her up to literally page 1. Sigils. There's multiple ways to do this, multiple ways to do these. And this article just gives you like a very brief breakdown of like, why do you need them, how to create them, what you should do. Because like you shouldn't be like, I want to be like that's one of the biggest problems about manifestation. You can't say I want to, you have to say, this is happening. I know it. As if like you have literally already gotten the confirmation that that's how it's going. So if you want to, no problem. I should have included the books too, but I don't have any links to where to get the books because I bought them all from like different stores, and one of them I kind of took from someone who was a piece of shit. So, you know, he deserved it. I'm a terrible person. I'm so sorry. It's okay for me to like not type back in the chat, right? Is that okay if I just respond verbally? I'm assuming it's okay. But on the back, like I have little sigils drawn that I've made. These are obviously all the ones that I've made throughout the years. But one of my favorite ones is not actually on here. Please don't type back. You just hear a bunch of clicks. Oh God. So I have one on here for self-love, personal. And when I did a personal sigil, I literally took my name and made the sigil. And a basic breakdown of making a sigil is you'll use some type of circle. I like the witch's circle, which is what I have as my main one. Let me just open it back up. This lovely lady right here, she's just full of letters. And basically what you do is you, sorry, I keep getting distracted. I have cats. So the other one's poking its head through the door. I see you. But okay. So with sigils, what I like to do, and what a lot of times you're supposed to do, is you write out your intention, correct? Like, I love myself, like a self-love one. Just saying, I love myself. I know the calico one's name is Ren, and then the one that was sneaking behind the door, her name is Autumn. They're my babies. See, that's Ren, right there, right there. That's Ren. Okay, moving on. So what you'll do is you'll write it out on a piece of paper, and you will, which you can see this in the, it tells you basically in here, and you don't have to do it exactly how they do it. They kind of incorporate all of the letters somehow artistically into it. I didn't do that. I found out about the circle. I am sorry, I don't remember where I found out about the circle, but that is a good basic website explaining the most basic things that you need to do with sigils. But what you do is you take out all of the vowels. Fuck the vowels. Then you take out all repeating characters. Fuck those repeating characters. So you're left with a, most of the time, fairly short, string of letters that you can then go into these circles, or you can even incorporate just the letters themselves. Sigils are literally your own thing. As long as you put the intention into it and all of that, you're good. So we're going to move on from sigils because I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory. That might be just a bitchy thing of me, but yeah. The second link that I have on my description, yeah, because these are all in order. I did it in order of what do you call it? I did it in order of what my witch stuff folder on my computer is. And so the next one is a website, and it actually takes you to Celtic Connection. It has a store. It like the top things are store, Wicca, pagan holidays, helpful info, books, inner circle, blog, contact us, all that fun stuff. But this is honestly pretty useful. It just gives you basically everything. I will say most of their Sabbats are the same as what I celebrate. But I will say one thing, some of them some can be named differently depending on the culture. I just go for more of like the generalized, everyone knows it as this holidays, but like Nordic, some of them might have changed a little bit to incorporate Freya or Frigga or something, and like so it's a little bit different, but most of them are the same. I'm trying to look at my calendar. The next one that's coming up this month is Mabon. It's kind of like the fall one, and then after that is Samhain, which is Halloween. I am listening. I hope I'm not boring you. But the next one after Mabon this month is Samhain, which is October 31st. What everyone else knows is Halloween. It is actually our new year. If we don't type, we are still here. I hope so. But anyways, so, that site has a lot of good information. They have animal stuff too. So the next one looks to be, did I even add this one? I don't know if I added this one. It doesn't look as helpful as it used to. It looks like it has more, there it is. It has the Witch's Moon Calendar, which is so useful because it looks like it updates every year. Thank God. Because when I wrote down my moon calendar, in this Book of Shadows, I took it from this website. It's under the tab Moon Magic, and it'll tell you the calendar year's moons, like full moons mainly. So we're looking into September, and the 3 moons in a month are your full moon, your dark moon, and your witch's new moon. So the full moon this month was the 10th, so we're a couple days past that. The dark moon of this month will be September 25th, and then the witch's new moon is the 27th through the 28th. I was looking at October, and I was like really hoping that we'd like have a new moon or something on like Halloween, but I was incorrect. They are cool, and like sometimes you can find these in like, because you can also go to other websites and everything about the moons, and it'll tell you like, oh, this is, let me open up my moon thing, because like the full moons themselves can be called different things other than like full moon. So like in 2020, my January 10th was the full moon, and it's called the old moon. And then in February, it was the snow moon. March, worm moon or crow moon. April was the pink moon. May was the flower moon. June, strawberry or rose moon. July, buck or thunder moon. August, sturgeon or red moon. September was the corner harvest moon. October was the harvest moon. October 31st that year in 2020 was exciting because we had a blue moon on Halloween. Come on, this shit's exciting. Then November is the beaver frosty moon, and December is the cold moon or long nights moon because, you know, winter, you have the long night. So, moving on from the moons. Even though I would say, like, some of these websites that have shops are pretty nice. Next is the Candle Sign Dictionary. This is where I got all of my explanations for what happens with my candles. Okay, I see why this calendar is different every year. Is that when it is on the moon cycle and harvest? Yeah. So it changes every year, so I can't just use my 2020 calendar and be like, yeah. So it's kind of iffy sometimes, but you can at least see and have a full calendar of the 3 different moons for each month. That's at least set for each year. On that site, they change it, but you're going to have to find somewhere else. I don't know why I don't have it in my stuff, but, you know, I'm trying. That also might be a bit more of a not just beginner type thing. I feel like knowing like the specific types of moons, you really mainly when you start out need to know new moon or dark moon and full moon, because those are the 2 moons that you will most likely be doing spells on, rituals on, and all of that stuff. So anyways, but the Candle Dictionary, it goes on to talk about what different things with candles mean, like a clean burn or like if the flame is really high and all of that jazz. So I'd say that one's pretty good. The earth element, it talks about the earth element. Grounding and centering for the beginner witch, that'll go on about, these are what I named them, but these are also in order of where they are in my description. So this one goes over grounding and centering, obviously. And then I have, because I love you guys so much, I have two websites for you to go to for runes. One just talks about runes. The other one actually goes into the Nordic runes and history and like different generations of them. Then we have the Theban script, which is the secret alphabet of witches. The horoscope astrological sign ascendant and natal chart website. It's called Astro Theme. That's the website's name. That's where I made my birth chart, so I liked it. Dominant planets and elements in the natal chart, that'll help you determine certain things in your birth chart, like what does this mean? And then the very last website that I have is just straight about oh shit, okay. What was I talking about just now? I saw your comment and then I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Grounding and centering is that internal like mindset or external things you do. It's kind of a mix of both. Grounding, a lot of the times what you want to do is like you do different like positions and stuff. And a lot of people to ground themselves again, what they will do is actually go outside onto grass or some type of nature, dirt, grass, water, like running water, obviously, not just like, you know, a bathtub, but like, I mean, like a creek or something without shoes on, nothing, and they'll ground themselves back to the earth. And while you're doing that, you'll basically kind of imagine. Yes, I said imagine. It makes it sound fake, but it's real, in my opinion, at least. You'll almost feel like you're tethering yourself to the ground. Like you'll feel like white light almost coming like out of your hands, out of your feet, and just putting you back where you need to be. And centering is also just kind of like the same, but you're just like kind of, it's more towards like your chakras and everything. So that's just kind of how I understood it. But what was the last one was closing a circle. Yeah, the circle, when you're doing your even when you're doing actually grounding, sometimes you want to create some type of circle. And the thing is, the circle can be physical. You don't have to make a metaphysical circle. You can make a physical circle with the different elements, with fire, which is why you sometimes see people doing stuff with candles surrounding them. You can use salt. That's always a fun one, not to clean up, but other than that, and actually that is a good tip. You can buy it or you can make it. There are plenty of tutorials on how to make it. Black salt, put it in front of your doors, like your outer doors. Like if it's your front door or your back door, put a line of black salt in front of it, and that'll help with protection and everything and stopping negative things from coming into the home. And then if you have a welcome mat, salt making, gotta try. It's fun. Like, yeah, part of it is like you actually put salt in it, but like black salt, I think, also gets charcoal, ashes, and all that kind of fun jazz. So it's pretty fun to make. But you also don't want to have, I learned this recently. Thank God I have never done this. But welcome mats. If you have a welcome mat in front of your house, that is okay. You are allowed to keep your welcome mat as long as it doesn't say anything like welcome or come in or anything like that. If it does, that might be an issue because you're literally saying, welcome, come on in to everything, which inherently you're just thinking, oh, okay, so it's a welcome mat. That's what it's supposed to do. Yes, but that is not only for humans. Spirits can see it, energies can see it, and they can just be like, I'm just gonna squeeze right on in. Let me get on by ya, just, you don't want that. And this is a little, protection is like the first thing you're going to want to work on when you get into all of this. You're going to want to make different wards, spell jars. I prefer spell jars because for me, they're more fun to make. So, but I will say this with an example. Wind chimes, actually also good. Yes, defense first. Exactly. Like I'm sitting here thinking like I sound like I'm trying to explain a D&D campaign or something, but it's fine. These, which need to be charged, but Matthew keeps them on his computer. He calls them his antivirus software, like to keep his computer not hacked. I don't know. But I made this spell jar. At this point, I do not remember at all what is in it, but I sealed it with black wax, and this is a protection jar on a necklace, yes. And then this is my favorite protection tower. Yes, one, you can, well, my hands are fat, but like you can tell, like that's gonna hurt, but so physical protection, but metaphysical protection. This is tourmalated quartz. It has black tourmaline in it, which is amazing for protection. If you can't get the tourmalated quartz, just go get some black tourmaline from like literally any shop that sells crystals. Lifesaver, in my opinion. I think it's great. But now we're going on to my long list of books. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. I will not go into super deep detail about some of these. I'm glad you're really liking this. I always feel like insecure talking about it sometimes and everything because like I feel like a lot of people just don't like it. or they think it's like of the devil and stuff. And it's just kind of like, it's not. Like, you can be a Christian witch, which you've heard that phrase before, obviously, going off of your channel. You've probably heard that phrase from a little Rev News before. So, where he was like, I'm a Christian warlock. Sorry, I had to make the joke because it pops up in my head whenever I say Christian witch. But I'm not a Christian witch. I left that religion a couple years ago. I am a Norse witch. Do they discuss it a lot? I never really watched like all their full streams, even though I've been watching a couple in the background lately. But my first two books are going to be about Norse mythology. They used to, yeah. I caught a few of the things where he was just like, I'm a warlock. And I'm just like, we don't accept you. We don't claim you. Like, you can go back to where you came from. But because I'm a Norse witch, yeah, Norse, so Nordic, I'm Norwegian. So yes, I know I live in southern Indiana. Fight me. Norwegian by blood, but in by build. Like, damn. But anyways, so I have two Norse mythology books. They're very cute, just an FYI. Get it from Barnes and Nobles. It's really easy. Most of these books I think I got from Barnes and Nobles. But what they do is they just have just like heroes and the actual gods and goddesses and stuff. Like this wonderful picture, I will show it to you right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very clearly, but this was actually Loki's punishment. Loki had to be tied to a rock and have venom from a snake drip on him for like all eternity. And his wife actually kind of helped and saved him and like tried to like put a bowl under where the venom was dripping so it wouldn't drip on him still. Ride or die, guys, ride or die. But these are like some really good, useful books. This book at Barnes and Nobles looks like this. It's in a sleeve. It is a like hard sleeve, so but it's really nice quality and everything. And the thing is, it's not just the gods and goddesses, it has the heroes too. And I feel like it's important to know most, if not all. If you want to go really hardcore, I have not been able to buy these yet, and I would like to, so that I can go really hardcore with this, with my beliefs and my ancestry and everything. But the Nordic tales of the gods and goddesses are actually in the Poetic Edda. There's a second one. I don't remember what it is. I'll remember it at some point. It's Poetic something in Poetic Edda. You know, like how there's the Iliad and the Odyssey for like Greeks. It's kind of same concept. I don't know. Anyways, moving on from my Norse stuff. This is more of if you're just going witchcraft. If you have all the, well, it's important to know a good fair amount of like a little bit of everything. But once you find something you really like, you can use that as your path. Like my path is Nordic, but I'm also eclectic, which means I use a little bit of every different type of witchcraft in my craft. So there's crystal witches, there's green witches that focus on herbs and nature, there's kitchen witches that all their shit's in the kitchen, and there's sea witches, obviously name tells you. There's a lot of types of witches. I recommend looking up the types of witches before you fully figure out what you are. Think about what you like to do, think about what you do, and incorporate that and try to find a path that makes sense to you. Eclectic made the most sense to me because I can't pick just one thing. I love using herbs. I love using the elements. I love crystals. I do like astrology, Tarot is really fun. Runes are really fun. They are not read the same. It is complicated. Oh, shit. That's a book. I forgot. This will be part of the divination. I have 2 books for divination, a tarot companion and a rune box. How important is it to find a good teacher guide or a self-study best at first? It depends on who you are. Honestly, I mostly did self-study because I found it easier. But if you're not someone who can easily get through like the bullshit basically, and you struggle to study on your own and you need someone to help you like push that, I recommend getting a teacher or a mentor. A lot of times you can actually find them on Discord in witch groups. I'm actually in one. I don't mentor or anything in it. I'm kind of like sitting in the back watching everything as it goes. It has great information in it, but a lot of them you do have to do like a lot of filling out information for you to get into it. But no, I don't want to connect to it. I'm trying to find the name of the Discord. It's called New Age Witches. And it has like, go all the way to the top. It has like so many channels. It's hard to see on my screen, but like so many channels. And each channel, like you'll get different information. Like sometimes they have the Sabbaths, sometimes they have crystals, herbs. A lot of times these people do like herbs of the week and all that, but there's also like a mentor section where you can get a mentor. And like they'll try to fit you to the best mentor for you or that's available. Stop playing with the bubble wrap. Autumn. I see you. Anyways, let's go on to our books. So the first one is the Practical Witches Spellbook. I do have another few books, but like I don't think they're that helpful. But this one is like, it's literally a spell book basically. It tells you like, it has tips in it. New job, new moon tells you what you need for the ritual. And actually what's nice is it actually gives you like words, you know, to like say and stuff. Like this is literally a straight up spell book. And I love it. I honestly, this is beautiful. So that is actually by, what's their name? Ceridwen Greenleaf. I don't know if that's their real name. Some people go by other names when they write books. I don't know. Especially if you're like in the closet or something, which by the way, if you are a witch and you are not outwardly saying, I'm a witch, we call you that, we say that you're in the broom closet. It's kind of like a little funny thing. If you don't like it, you can tell people just to not say it, but we tend to say that you're in the broom closet because it's just kind of like, if you haven't come out as like gay, bisexual, lesbian, whatever, trans, you know, broom closet. It's funny. Like some people get upset about it, but I'm just like, you need to grow up. Like it's funny. My next book is The Crystal Directory, 100 Crystals for Positive Manifestation by Sarah Bartlett. Like, let's open to a random page. So it has just like information. Like it's talking about manifestation, what crystals help you, setting up a generator crystal. Has a lot of like interesting information. And then like it starts going into crystals like later in the book, like aquamarine, labradorite. I have a big ball of labradorite If you don't know what Labradorite looks like, ooh, baby, it's so pretty. It's a dark color, and then when it shines in the light, there's like a little section of it that just is rainbow. It's gorgeous. Oh, look, another tarot book. This actually came with my first tarot deck, so it's a little special. But moving on from that, we're going to do another crystal book. I think this one is literally just straight crystals. Oh, just crystals. It's color coordinated. I'm pretty sure it's by Crystal Color. Yeah, it's by Crystal Color. But it's by Jenny Harding. And like literally it's a color directory. So you look at the color of the crystal and you go to that color and you go through each one, look at what it looks like and stuff, and then you get like, I don't know, orange calcite. And it can tell you stuff about it. It tells you where it comes from, the colors, how it forms, physical, emotional uses, personal uses, and healing effects. Yes, crystals can be very expensive. Like very. Like even small ones can get a little hefty, like the tumbled tiny ones, you know. Um, what is the biggest crystal I own? The bad thing is the biggest crystal I own, I don't even think I know the name of it, but I'll show you the biggest like raw crystal that I have. It's not very big, um, but it is very gorgeous. It's actually citrine. Um, it looks like this. It's raw citrine. So you see little yellows and everything. And then the rest of it's like white. And you can see back here, it came from a white rock, like white geode. So it's expensive, but you can make exactly. And what's fun is like, you don't have to use every piece of crystal for use. You can just like for like use in rituals and stuff, you can literally just charge them up, which I like to charge them up either by full moon or placing them in a selenite bowl filled with Himalayan salt. Um, and then you can put them in different rooms because certain crystals work better in different rooms depending on what their uses are. Citrine is good for goals, success, money, and all of that stuff. So a lot of times people place that on their desks at work, in their office, and that's just a good place to put it. But then like rose quartz would be good for maybe the bedroom because it's about love, passion, and all of that stuff. So, and then I also have a selenite stick or wand, I guess you would say. Um, that's also fun. I have little ones, like I have a whole citrine tree. They use like a copper wire and then attach the tumbled crystals onto basically what looks like a tree. It's very interesting. I would recommend doing that sometime or something. They sell them at most places. Oh, I look like a box. This is not flattering at all. So, just a few more books. I say that, but there's like 5. Okay, Be Your Own Astrologer. I have not fully read this book yet. It says Unlock the Secrets of the Signs and Planets, Joanna Waters. I am bad. Oh, we think you are cute. Who else is with you? I still don't even know if you're a guy or a girl. I keep calling you Shani and everything, and I just kind of feel bad about it because I'm like, you're not Shani. You're not like that. But Rev, my wife. I'm confused. Like when you say I'm a guy and Rev is a woman. Really? Huh. There's 2 of us. Well, hello, you two. Thank you for watching. But anyways, this book literally goes through. I play Shani and my wife is. You got yourself a Revelina. That's cute though. I love it. That's adorable. Like it. I'm just gonna use mine as an example. I'm a Taurus. If you couldn't tell, baby. Oh, you want to play with your bunny? Want to play with your bunny? Okay. Oh, the other baby got it. But I know a lot of people don't believe in astrology. I understand, but I feel like it fits too well. Taurus is April 21st to May 21st. Duh, most people know that stuff. But it has like every, one in there. But the symbol is the bull. Ruling planet is Venus, which, by the way, my Venus is in Taurus on my birth chart, so I'm a little special. Which doesn't say much because my love life has been shit. So you would think if my ruling planet is Venus and it's in Taurus on my birth chart, my love life would actually be good, but apparently not. Yeah, I'm married now. No, I'm not wearing my ring. I'm getting it stitchered together so that it's like officially like, but whatever. And it talks about how to spot the Taurus. It rules the neck. I don't know what that means. That's kind of weird. Taurians. It's a stupid name. Gentle eyes. Do I have gentle eyes? I don't think I have gentle eyes. I think it's the eyeshadow. The women can be either stocky or tall, but are usually exceptionally feminine. Look for the ribbons and bows. When untroubled, both sexes ooze serenity, softness, and sensuality. I do not. But you can go through. They have Sagittarius. They literally have every sign, and then they have the. I shouldn't be doing this to a book. You are indeed exceptionally feminine. I feel like I'm not. I say that, but my hair is fucking blue and purple, but in a little bit of pink. You can't tell that it's pink in this lighting, but like it's pink. But good. My medicine's ready. Like it tells you like if you're it basically is telling you how to read your birth chart once you get it. Either someone can make your birth chart for you, which costs money, so I don't recommend. But I use a free site, which I tagged in the description, to make it. And if you do go to a site and they're just kind of like, this is what you are, and they don't give you a description, this is so helpful because it goes through every single like houses and everything and what they mean. And it's what I used a bit of. Like I didn't read the full thing. I mainly focused on obviously my birth chart, but it's so helpful. It is so helpful, but also be ready to be called out when you do a birth chart because now you're old enough to see, oh shit, that makes a lot of sense. And then you feel really called out. It's funny, but it sucks. Now, this book you've probably seen if you've ever seen anyone do anything about witchcraft and everything. But the Wikipedia. Just, yeah, I don't know how to describe this. There's different parts to it. I just opened to part 4. It's psychic ability and divination. I have seen this book. See, yeah, like every witch has this book. And it kind of goes into how to do certain things, what you should do. It's literally just a modern guide. And it says a white witch's guide. Now, I will go ahead and go into detail about this. There is gray witches, white witches, and then black/dark witches, whichever one you want to call it. The dark witches, they work with black magic, hexes, all kinds of stuff like that. Gray witches can work with both white magic and the dark magic. They kind of don't care. They do whatever is necessary at the time. But white magic is focused on good defense, good things. You never do anything offensive. I sound like I'm fucking reading off a roster for football. The offense. Okay. But anyways, I see myself more as a gray witch because I'm sitting here like, I'm willing to put someone's name in a jar full of rusty nails and peppers and just hot sauce and just, all kinds of shit. Like, I am willing to shake that motherfucker. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm also worried that it'll like hit back. So I might just make myself a protection jar so they can't do it anyway. So like they can't hurt me. But anyways, onto the divination actually. This little book is for my first deck of tarot cards, which if you guys want to see them, I can get out my runes and my tarot decks to show you like just what they kind of look like because they're dramatically different. Because I bought the first one being like, yeah, this is I need a tarot deck and no one in my life is going to buy me one, so I bought this one. It's a pretty basic normal tarot deck that you would think of. And it's actually, funnily enough, the same tarot deck that they use pictures for in this. Well, when I say type of deck, it's all the same. They have all the same, they have the same amount of cards. They have the same characters, wands, swords, arcana, and everything. Everything's the same. It's the look of the cards are different. Like not all cards are going to have the basic like way that my first deck looks like. My second deck is much more pretty, and Matthew actually bought me that one. And we did not expect it to look like what it did because the box was holographic. So we were like, oh, okay, so like the box is holographic, so it's going to be pretty, but nothing else about it is going to be like shiny, holographic, or anything like that. And we were wrong, which made me so excited because, oh, it's so pretty. But these two books you go through, this one's a bit easier to go through. It's bigger and it's just easier. But this one I have it marked for where it starts. The lesser arcana. Before that, it kind of, yeah. I always go for the lesser arcana. Has additional meanings. Recurrence of cards. And then it just talks about the art of divination, everything. I really don't use this book that often because I feel like it's not as explanatory as it could be. So the actual tarot book that I like to use when I do readings, I don't usually do readings for other people because I'm still very new at it, and I don't think people would like me to pull out a big old book when I do their reading and like look up the cards and be like, okay, so this one's this one, this one's this one, and this one's in reverse. What do they all mean? I don't think they'd like that, but like you can see, you get a picture of what the deck probably looks like, a basic, just crackheads. But you get a picture, you get an upright meaning. If you get, like if you're doing a reading and it appears over and over and over again, it'll tell you like what it means. It has a reverse meaning. It's pretty helpful. I recommend it. This is called The Tarot Companion, a portable guide to reading the cards for yourself and others by Liz Dean. I like it. It works. I'm pretty sure I bought this at Spencer's. Don't judge that. I'll be honest. Spencer's does have some good witchy shit. Do not buy a bundle of white sage, though. I made that mistake when I first started out. So I have a slightly burnt bundle of sage. Now, you can use sage, but you cannot use white sage unless you grew it yourself or you got it directly from a native or something, because that's kind of a slightly closed practice. And that's like a whole other thing that you need to dive into is closed practices, because there are some from natives of other countries, of natives of this country, that you're not allowed. Like if you were just like a white person, you're just like, hello, I'm here. What should I grow? That I'm not 100% sure. I don't have a green thumb, so I don't grow any. I ended up, I can do, but I ended up getting like ritual mists and white sage sprays that have been made. Um, it was a topic change. I'm kind of everywhere, so it's always a topic change with me. But I struggle with like my breathing and everything anyways because my asthma. So smoke in the house is kind of like a difficult process. So I actually ended up finding a smudge spray, and it has quartz in it. You just shake it up and you can spritz your house with it to cleanse it. And I like that so much better, but there's also different kinds of cleansing. One of my favorite types of cleansings, and I cannot wait until we move so that I can put out a big stick in the front yard and do this, is wind chimes or bells. Just a type of noise, like a clanging noise. You can just ding that bell throughout your house and it'll actually cause like the negativity to just kind of go away. But when you do your cleansing, you want to have a window or two open or a door or two open so that they can leave instead of just going to a different part of your house. But what should you grow? Sage, just probably not white. So you probably wouldn't have access to white sage anyways, like the plants, but you can still grow sage. Like I know you can because my Nana grows sage. But honestly, if you want to make life easier and cheaper for yourself, I recommend just making a whole garden of herbs. If that isn't your strong point, that's fine. It's not. I suck at herbs. I have to constantly look back at them and be like, what do I do? I am not an expert whatsoever in this stuff. I will tell you that now. A lot of the stuff that I do tends to be for myself because I don't want to do it for others and it backfire, it not go well. The only thing I've only done 2 spells for others, and they both did work, which was very nice. But one was a sweet dream spell because my ex was having constant nightmares. It worked. It just needed to be recharged once a month during the full moon. That wasn't a big deal. The other one was a fertility spell. It took a little longer to work, but it did end up working. So that was nice to see that it worked. And she's now on her 3rd kid. So, oh my God, stop. So, probably I would say everything is not my strong suit. I put myself down a lot. I never want to believe that I'm actually like fully good at something because in my eyes, I see people that are better at it. Therefore, I must be bad at it. But whatever. This I recently got. It's called the Runes Box, Tools to Connect You to the Magic of the Universe. And it contains a guide to reading runes and 36 cards for divination and rune magic by Lona Everdston. This is my rune deck. This is not what I normally use when I read my runes. When I read my runes, I actually have little runes made out of amethyst. I love them. They're so cute. I love them. And this just goes on to tell you like different ways to read them. I don't do anything this complicated. I do the basic like past, present, future, or like answer a question. So I only pull like one out. If I need clarification, I'll pull another one out. But like I don't do like very complicated ones. But it tells you like how to read the runes. It tells you the runes, like what they look like, everything about them, their name. It has deity that it's connected to, tree, animal, number, color, bird, plant, sound. And then it has its earthly meaning and then its spiritual meaning. So we have Thurisaz. It basically means thorn. Its deity, this is just a random page I opened up to, just to give you an example. But its deity is Thor, tree, blackthorn, animal, snake, number 3, color bright red. Bird albatross. Oh, no problem. I don't know why you're thanking me. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. I've been watching TikTok lately and there's like this sound that says like fuck that little mouse, I'm an albatross, you know? So I was just kind of like sitting up and looking at that word and I was like, oh, okay. Okay. But the plant is a thistle and the sound it makes is a th, you know. I look like I'm hissing. Okay. The earthly meanings to this, I know. Are you saying what to the TikTok part? I don't know. I'm a nuthead. I don't. The earthly meaning is protection barriers, pride, and self-deception. And spiritual meaning is destruction and rebirth, inner truth, and false ego. I think I'm going to turn slow mode off because it's annoying me. Yeah, no slow mode. I don't want to have to wait 5 seconds. Thank you. Slow mode is off. Chat away. But those are my books and stuff that I've used for the past couple of years. Some of them are newer than others, obviously, but it's a lot. I'll type slower. You don't have to type slower. I turned off the slow mode so that you can actually type faster because it seems that like I talk way too fast. And so like it's just the reaction speed. Like you're the only one in the chat. So like slow mode is not honestly necessary. But oh my God, I know I haven't done much activity today. It is 9:23 and all I did was get ready and stream. But trying to think. So this is the smudge spray that I use. Sorry, BB. Do you like the blanket? Yes. Yes. This is the smudge. Oh no, your talking speed is great. I feel like it's really fast. Well, I don't need to roll yet, but like I can if you want, if you're sick of me. This is a smudge spray that I use. It's from Solstice. He gave us plenty of resources. I hope you guys like the resources. I know I do. No, what? No, what? I'm confused. uh, um, well, if you have any questions, we are cool. Glad to watch. This is great. Oh, thank you. But if you guys have any questions right now, you can go ahead and like put them in the chat, and I'm cool to answer them to the best of my ability, obviously. So just ask away. It doesn't even have to be related to the video, in all honesty, but just if you got any questions, just be like, "Yo, bitch." Oh my God. Okay. But it's a white sage spray. It was made in India, I think. But like you can kind of hear the quartz. I think it's dissolving in all honesty. But this is like my best way of like cleansing. Is there a procedure to follow for making salt that is recommended? Not that I've seen. I've not been told about it. I know the biggest part of the biggest part of it that you want to make sure you do is that whatever container you are going to be putting the salt in, cleanse it. And you can do a lot of things to cleanse it. You can incense, you can use cleansing sprays, all that stuff. Most people use some type of smoking thing, and what they'll do is they'll put it over, like the bottle or tube or whatever, over the incense, fill it up with the incense smoke, and then set it upside down and let it sit there for a minute and cleanse, and then they'll turn it right side up again and let the smoke dissipate out of it. But whenever you're putting any type of thing, especially for protection or something, into a jar, you want to make sure it's cleansed. Same thing for spell jars and everything. You just want to make sure your stuff is cleansed. Like, let me get my black salt. Maybe wherever it is. Is this it? Yes. So this is like my black salt. Obviously, it doesn't look completely black. If you buy it and everything, a lot of times you will get black, like actually black salt. But I don't have activated charcoal or anything that I could put in here, so I used other stuff. But you can see, like, well, you probably can't from like this camera, but like there's salt in here, pepper in here, lots of ashes, just stuff like that. It's just, but yeah, procedure-wise, you want to cleanse everything. And if you're taking anything from nature to make your salt, make sure you ask and thank wherever you're getting it from, so you do not disrespect any spirits, fae, whoever is in charge of that area of nature. Just, yeah. Ashes, what kind? Obviously grandma's. No, I'm kidding. It's the queen's. I hate myself. Is that too soon? No, I don't think it's too soon. I just used ashes from my cauldron. Yes, I said cauldron. Yeah. Long live the queen! But I'm going to hell. Anyways, but no, they're just kind of like leftover ashes from like my cauldron, and also a lot of them were like leftover from incense. So, because I used to burn a lot of incense until like my asthma too soon would start. But like I burned a lot of incense for cleansing and for like health reasons and stuff, and then it started hurting my asthma and my lungs and stuff, so I kind of slowly stopped doing that. But that's where I got most of the ash for my black salt. Now, if I had activated carbon, I would be happy because I want this to be darker, but I'm not going to dye it. You can see, because I did add pepper to it, there are little black things in here. But yeah, it's really fun to make, to be honest. I like making black salt because you're just gonna like add all the ingredients together, and then you just get to shake it, and I don't know, it's fun. Like, because like, come on, that's a fun noise. Like, I look like I'm jerking someone off. I'll stop. Anyways, so I think that's it, unless you guys have any more questions, or if there's anything else you wanted to see, like tool-wise. I can make that another video of like tools, like the chalice and the cards and the runes and like candles, incense, all that stuff. But that is up to you guys, because it's already been an hour and 4 minutes. So, and you've basically been here since I started. So, want me to do that for the next stream? I'll write it down if you want me to do that for the next stream. I have good stuff to read. Yes, there's a lot of, and the thing is, well, please, okay. It would probably be, this is out of ink. Gosh. Guess we're going red. Okay, so next stream. Witchy tools. And I think I'm going to do that maybe Friday, if that's okay. It'll probably be in the morning. Let me check my calendar to make sure I don't have an appointment on Friday. But yeah, no, it's just payday. Wait, why do I feel like I have something on Friday? Nah, I'm pretty sure I'm good on Friday. But yeah, no, I'll just get some tools. Of course, one of the tools will be my black salt because, you know, that's a protection tool. But like, oh, you do? Oh my God, thank you. That makes me kind of happy that you have notifications turned on for me. That makes me feel special because I didn't think I had like that good enough shit to say. But yeah, no. So I'll do tools on roughly Friday. If not Friday, then probably next Tuesday. Yes, I know that is a long time. You're making me so, oh my God. But if I can't Friday, something happens, it'll be next Tuesday. I'm trying to keep these my days off. When I have my surgery, if I can, I'll probably stream once a day, once every other day or something for an hour or two because I have FMLA. I'm off for 7 days afterwards, so I'll have basically nothing to do because I'm gonna be like they're cutting into my stomach. So yeah. But if something happens with that surgery, you're damned right. I'm giving a story time. I'll probably give a story time about it anyways, because I like telling stories. But if you ever want me to do a stream about like me, or if you want me to talk about me in a stream, oh yeah, I'm okay. It's not like a life or death situation type surgery. It's to baby or not to baby type surgery. I don't think I'd be a good mom. I am not good with kids. They upset me a lot. I can't always control my anger very well. Yeah, I know it's my channel. I just want people to also like you know what's happening. So I don't want to like piss people off too much. But what I just said probably will because I'm just like, haha. I don't think I'd be the raddest mom, but also me and my husband have both decided because of our physical and mental illnesses, we're just gonna adopt basically. And I want to, the best way as possible, avoid getting pregnant because it scares me so much. I'm scared of the pain. I'm scared of just pregnancy. I'm scared of giving birth. And it's expensive. And I can't do that on this budget. My current job, our union doesn't even have maternity leave. Just no. So we're thinking of just adopting later, maybe like in our late 20s, early 30s, just adopting a kid, maybe even fostering, adopting a mid-teenager, something like that. It is tough. I felt so bad for one of the guys at work because his wife gave birth and there was no paternity leave for him or anything. So he had to take like all of his sick days, all of his vacation days and everything. And I was like, what? But you know, all the contracts are made by old white men. So what are you gonna do? But Ren, stop it. No, no. She's in my altar. It is sad. That's why I'm just kind of like, no. And I feel like I have a low pain tolerance, so giving birth is just kind of like a no. And having my own, everyone's like, oh, well, if it's a biological kid, like you'll feel different. And I'm just like, I don't think I will. And even if I was to have a surrogate, they would have to use my egg and his sperm, because I refuse for it to be her egg and his sperm, because I want it to also be my child. So if we just kind of agreed, like, okay, we're not going to do biological children. So he's getting snipped and I'm getting snipped, and it's just going to be a whole fun snipping contest, I guess. I don't know. That's probably like such a TMI, but I have no filter most of the time, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to hear that. But that's the procedure I'm getting done in November. And they don't want me to lift anything, so I can't basically snip fest. I know, right? They're just gonna be all up in there, scissors, cutting shit. Oh my god. It'll be fine though. I think it'll take me a hot minute to recover, but I think after like a day or two I'll be able to stream and everything. But like whenever it happens, like I'll update you guys like on my story. Did you consider IVF? No, because that would probably still require me to carry the baby. Just have some in the bank. Well, after I get my fallopian tubes like cut, I don't think my eggs will just magically disappear. What happens is like you ovulate, but the egg just gets then absorbed by the body. So I'll still have eggs. So I could still technically do that and like have my friend carry it or something, because she wants to be she's my ride or die. She would carry a baby for me. Because she's okay with that stuff. She's okay with birth and everything. I'm not. Why am I doing that? I need to stop doing that. But the problem is Matthew also has a genetic heart condition. That carries on no matter what. If you're a girl, you're a carrier. If you're a boy, you got it. And that's scary. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know. I just know I don't want kids, at least right now. Definitely never biological. I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a feeling I have. I just don't want to pass on what I have, especially with the potential of me being borderline, which is embarrassing to say, especially like in front of you because of what your channel is and everything. I'm scared that I'm going to be seen as like, oh, she's just faking it. But I've been diagnosed with bipolar, which is heavily misdiagnosed instead of borderline. And with how my episodes cycle through, my new psychiatrist is like, yeah, no, it looks more like borderline, but borderline, oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to be seen as like her, like that's because whenever I found out, like whenever I finally looked up like what exactly is borderline, and I was like trying to figure out, because I was like, yeah, bipolar, that makes sense. I'm up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's not like up for a bit, down for a bit, up for a bit, down for a bit. I'm like, I hope not. I at least take showers. I'm a bit heavy, but at least I don't take up my whole screen. Oh, I'm so mean. But no, I cycle. I always called it cycling, you know? Just like cycling through my emotions in a day, but like that's just like an episode, like, oh, I can be depressed, mad, happy, all in the span of like 3 hours. But in my eyes, I would just be like, oh, I'm just in an episode, and just not give it like, is it a manic episode? Is it an depressive episode? I would just be like, it's an episode. And then my old psychiatrist told me borderline isn't real. It's something people made up and it's just a trend. And I was like, the book that you use to diagnose people with says differently. So I'm finding a new psychiatrist, So I found a new psychiatrist and I told him all of that and everything. And he's like, well, describe your not borderline, but your bipolar to me and like your episodes. And I explained them to him and he's like, okay, yeah, that sounds exactly like a bipolar episode. Like that's exactly what a manic episode is like. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Like it makes sense. I just wanted to know, like, am I borderline and everything? Because, people have told me I am. People have mentioned, like, you seem like you are. And I'm just like, I don't believe you. And then I told him how long my episodes last. And he's like, yeah, we're going to need a few more sessions to figure this out for sure. But definitely bipolar disorder, your episodes last roughly at least a week. They don't last like 6 hours. And I was like, they don't? Because like I'll literally be the most depressed person in the world. That can last a few days for me because my depression just can get so strong. But I think that's because besides my bipolar, I do have depression. So I it's so bad. But like I'll wake up in the morning, fine, completely fine, not feeling happy, sad, mad, anything. Just level, neutral. And then I'll go to work or whatever and I'll feel okay for most of the day. And then suddenly something will make me mad. I knew you were a handful. Can you not see my hair? Like, girl, I am a handful. People don't dye their hair these colors when they're normal. At least my husband can't handle me. But like I'll just an emotional happen and it'll be like that. And the thing is like it won't go away for a while. But then 2 hours later, I'm fine. I'm happy. That's all that matters. I know, right? He's such a sweet guy. I love him so much. He even made a like love jar with me. That sounds really disgusting. It's not what you think when I say love jar. Well, I guess if you have a clean mind, maybe it is what you think. But if you have a dirty mind, it's not what you think when I say we made a love jar together. Sounds not. It's not. We took a bit of my hair and a bit of his hair and put it into a jar with a bunch of herbs and a bunch of crystals and a little bit of moon and sun water. Some people call it celestial water because what you do is you sit it under the full moon, but then it hits sunlight afterwards and it creates celestial water. So we have a sigil that I made and it said love forever and always. Did my little sigil making. And then I cut it out, burned it, added the ashes to the bottom of the jar, added the herbs. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Then we added the hairs and then the crystals. And we didn't fill it up all the way because Matthew likes that it makes a shaking sound when you do this. So we didn't fill it up all the way. And then we corked it and we used blue, pink, and red wax, like candle wax. We just take candles and drip it. Guess that part's hot. And then there you go. And then to charge it, we sat it out in the window in front of the full moon, took it out, and now it's sitting on our dresser in the bedroom. Basically, it's kind of like a jar that's just like, hey, we love each other forever and always. It's kind of like a connection. I was trying totally on. Oh my God. We made a joke about using like certain fluids, but like no, we're not doing sex magic. No. But by the way, since you're with your wife, that's a thing. Sex magic. Look it up. Look up stuff about it. It's a thing. So now, do I know the outcome of it? No, because I have never done it. But it's a thing. So yeah. Um, but yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. I don't think I really have anything else to say. I'm just kind of double checking now to make sure I don't have any other like witchy things. Gonna Google that on someone else's computer. Sir, we have incognito now. Does that not work? Does incognito not work? I need to. This was perfect. I'm glad you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll be back Friday with some tools. Other than that, I guess I'll see y'all later. I think that's a good thing. I'm gonna head to the bank now, so get something to eat because I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet. I will be here next time. Okay, it'll probably be roughly around the same time because I don't know how to sleep in. So, you too. I'll see you later.